Talk about your duties at the National Football League and what you're responsible for.
We've just been elevated to the role of Director of Football Operations and Development for the National Football League, and it entails a multifaceted approach to football development. We work with the American Coaches Association, high school, college coaches. We work with high school coaches and promotion of football, certainly from our grade school all the way through to the collegiate level.
Yes.
We work with the NFL player in regards to their on-field discipline, uniform development, equipment, basically every aspect that touches the player on the field on game day, we have something to do with.
And that organization is very important for
Well, the American Coaches Association is the head coach, especially at high schools and certainly at our collegiate level, is the CEO. In fact, in conjunction with the athletic director, obviously, and the conference commissioners and that type of thing. So we have a strong relationship with all three groups.
Okay.
And we work closely with them.
Going from grade school all the way up, like it's good that kids, that young kids get to know the professionalism behind not just making plays, but how to carry themselves and how to look as well, how to present themselves.
Well, we're like all parents. We're interested in finding and helping to mature young men, and we want to make every effort in what we do to ensure that these men have opportunity to realize their potential, and we do it through the avenue of sports, because sports really is the great unifiers. It's something that brings different socio-economic groups together. Everyone can get behind getting towards a goal, that goal being your high school championship, your Pop Warner League championship, that type of thing. And quite frankly, it's a way for us to stay involved with these young men and women. Something you may not know, we were able to put together a flag program for high school young ladies. So now, on the high school level, you can actually get a team together and play flag football for women, which is something that hadn't been done consistently in the past. So we're active in the business of promoting football.
Wow. Any like flag football leagues, high school leagues locally, like in the New York
well,
region,
there's definitely there's a couple of small programs that we're trying to sheep herd and kind of get moving, but it really has taken on kind of a national movement. Right now, I believe we have about 12,000 young ladies that play flag football on the high school level across the country.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. And with the NFL being such a phenomenon with, interest from all genders, definitely it's fitting. It's fitting.
It's good. Football, as you know, it's a family unifier. I keep using that word because it really is. It's something that's generational. You can pass down to your son or daughter, and really it's a microcosm of what life is about: hard work, dedication, teamwork, being true to your goal set, having faith in yourself and in your peer group and one another, having good mentors in your coaches and parents. I think it's a great way to know what you have in a young man or woman, put them in a sporting environment, and you'll see what you have.
That's right. That's right. Especially when the chips are down. That's for sure. That's for sure. And wow, now Coach Bill Walsh had some influence in you being in the NFL offices. Talk about, now you never actually played for Bill Walsh, but of course you contributed to the organization that he helped build to become the Niner dynasty. So talk about how influential he was for you personally and professionally.
Well, the thing about Bill was a person who knew what he didn't know, and he made every point to make sure that he surrounded himself with people that could fill in the gaps on what he didn't know. And in that sense, he had no ego. If you had the opportunity to meet the man while he was on this earth, a brilliant tactician. And after I retired, he basically came to me and said, you really need to think about going to work for the NFL. And I was living in San Francisco and was not interested in coming
Yeah.
to our wonderful area here in the Northeast.
Yeah.
I don't pretend to be a natural Northeaster. But Bill, to his credit, he stayed after me probably for a good couple of years.
Wow.
And we finally had a meeting with my mentor, Gene Washington, who just recently retired from the National Football League offices, and came on, gosh, about 6 years ago now.
Mm-hmm. Wow, and it was very interesting that you were actively preparing for your career after football. You know, you were working during the off season, working with Bank of America, doing things like that. Being, getting your business acumen together and everything like that. So how important was that to prepare? Because many players aren't thinking about that over there. So talk about that.
It's interesting because the amount of information that young men have today in the NFL as compared to even when I played during the 90s is dramatically increased. Young men have every opportunity to begin to lay the seeds of preparation. I think their challenges, quite frankly, are different than even my generation of players because the money in the NFL has gotten so big. You want to lay seeds for the future, but you definitely have to pay attention to now because now means millions of dollars for you, potentially, right now.
Right.
And so you have to balance both things. And I was fortunate to, again, have great mentors. I was able to work with many of the vice chairs of the old Bank of America before they merged with Nations Bank. So would work with them, work with many of the venture capitalists in the Silicon Valley area. Was exposed quite a bit to many different disciplines. And these young men have the opportunity to do that now. There's a program that they're able to go to the finest schools. I was able to go back and take graduate work at Stanford for business administration. They can go to some of our finer schools, and those programs are in place now. And those are things that Bill Walsh, to his credit, helped begin. He said, hey, we want to make sure you get an education. We want to make sure that you're able to sustain yourself after your career is done. And he's really a visionary in that instance.